Okay, so you ever look at your bank statement and just feel like your paycheck vanishes? You know, coffee, streaming, groceries, poof,
No,
gone.
absolutely. It feels like money just flows out.
Right. But what if we could, like, flip that? Turn those everyday costs into little ways to make money.
Uh-huh. That's the idea.
That's exactly what we're digging into today. We found some really practical ideas, actual strategies for making money from what you already spend.
Yeah, the mission here is really about giving people tools to rethink how money flows.
Totally shifting that perspective. It's less about spending being a drain.
Exactly. And more about seeing those same expenses as potential seeds for income. It's a fascinating mindset shift.
Okay, so let's jump in. The first idea starts simple, something most people know about: cashback credit cards.
Right. Pretty standard stuff. Spend money, get a small percentage back.
But this goes further. It talks about stacking rewards. Now, what exactly is that? Is it complicated?
Not really. It just takes a little planning. Stacking is basically layering different discounts or reward systems on the same purchase.
Layering. How so?
Okay, imagine you're buying something online. You use your cashback credit card, right?
Hmm.
But before you buy, you click through a cashback portal or use an extension like, say, Rakuten or Honey.
Ah, okay. I've heard of those.
So you get cashback from the card and cashback from the portal. And maybe the store itself has a loyalty program where you earn points or a discount.
Oh, I see. So you're getting like multiple hits on one purchase.
Exactly. You could get, 2% from the card, 5% from Rakuten, and points towards a free coffee from the retailer. Suddenly that purchase is way cheaper.
That morning coffee example really makes sense. Okay, maximizing every buy. Got it. Now, another concept that seemed really interesting was leveraging your living space, turning rent into an asset. How does that work? Rent feels like the ultimate sunk cost.
Well, this connects to that bigger idea of using what you already have. So if you have a spare room, maybe you could rent it out.
Like Airbnb.
Yeah, or platforms like Loftium. Even short-term rentals, sometimes just renting your place out when you're away. It's about turning that empty space or your whole space temporarily into cash.
Okay, that makes sense for homeowners or maybe renters if their lease allows subletting.
Right. And then there are programs like Built Rewards. This one lets you earn points just by paying your rent, something you have to do anyway.
Points on rent.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. And those points can often be used for travel or gift cards, things like that. So your rent payment isn't just gone, it's actually earning you something back. It becomes, well, leverage.
That is a completely different way to think about rent.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, the next idea really grabbed me.
Yeah.
Owning what you use.
Ah, yes. This one's about shifting your relationship with the brands you spend money on.
Explain that a bit more.
So the idea is instead of just being a customer, you become a part owner, even a tiny one. You buy stock in the companies you regularly give your money to.
So, like, if I use Verizon for my phone, I should buy Verizon stock.
Potentially, yeah. Or if you drive a Toyota, maybe look into Toyota stock. Love your daily Starbucks.
Okay, I get the picture. But isn't buying stock expensive or complicated?
It doesn't have to be. The piece mentions fractional shares. You don't need to buy a whole expensive share. You can buy just a small piece for a few dollars.
Fractional shares, right.
The point is partly financial. You share in their potential profits if the stock goes up or pays dividends. But it's also psychological. You shift from just consuming to sort of participating. You're a co-owner.
I like that. That mental shift feels powerful.
Mm.
Okay, lastly, creating content from your life, turning shopping into income. That sounds very now.
It really is, and it's surprisingly accessible, Your everyday stuff, what you buy, where you go, what you eat can become content.
Like those what I spend in a week videos.
Exactly. Or unboxing hauls, product reviews, talking about side hustles you try. People connect with that relatable everyday stuff.
And how does that turn into money?
Well, if you build an audience on, say, TikTok or YouTube, brands might notice, they might pay for sponsorships, or you can use affiliate links. You recommend a product, someone buys through your link, you get a small commission.
So your shopping literally becomes material for earning income.
Precisely. Your spending habits fuel your content creation, which generates income.
Okay, so pulling it all together,
Yeah.
the main theme seems to be building these systems, right? Little loops
Yeah.
where your regular expenses actually start generating some kind of return.
Exactly that. It's less about needing a massive income boost and more about being smarter, more strategic with the money that's already flowing through your hands.
Doing it differently.
Right. The core strategies we talked about are leverage what you have, like your home space, monetize your spending through stacking rewards or creating content, and own a piece of the businesses you support.
Leverage, monetize, own. Okay,
Mm.
this has been really eye-opening. Makes you look at that coffee purchase or phone bill quite differently.
It really does.
And that final line from the source material really sticks. The real flex is getting paid while spending. That just reframes everything.
It's a powerful thought, isn't it? It leaves you wondering, okay, which of my daily expenses could be the starting point? Which strategy actually feels doable or maybe even exciting for me right now? That's the real takeaway question.